Welcome to the new Camtasia Studio. We encourage you to watch and play
Redes
with
e
this Getting
Internet.
Started project video to learn some of the most important concepts of using the editor.
Tecnologías de información.
If you want more
Internet
in-depth
es la red de
tutorials that
datos
will
más
walk you through the
importante del
entire
mundo.
process of
Internet se
recording,
compone de una gran
editing, and
cantidad de
sharing your
redes grandes y
videos,
pequeñas
then please watch
interconectadas
the
entre
Getting
sí.
Started tutorials
Internet
using
es la
this
red de
link
datos
under
más
the help
importante
menu.
del mundo. Una red informática
The editor
o
is
red de
divided up into
computadoras
three
es
main
un conjunto
areas:
de
the
computadoras
clip bin,
conectadas
the
entre sí,
timeline, and the
compartiendo
canvas.
información, recursos
The
como
canvas is where you see your video during playback
grabadoras
and can move,
y
resize,
servicios
and
como
reposition
email,
all
chat,
media however you want.
juegos, etc.
The timeline is where you assemble and edit your
Clasificación de
video.
las redes. Las redes
At the top of the
informáticas se
timeline,
clasifican por
tick
su
marks
localización
represent time in
como
terms of
LAN,
minutes and
WAN
seconds.
y forma, por ejemplo,
When
redes
building a video,
de
you'll
luz,
work in a
radio,
horizontal
video,
manner,
entre otros.
beginning from the left and moving sequentially through
Ventajas
time
de una
toward the
red
right.
informática.
The tracks are
Aprovechamiento de
layered
los
on
recursos
top of each other,
informáticos.
so
El
media you
intercambio
add
rápido
on
de
higher
documentos.
tracks is viewed
Seguridad
on top of media
informática.
on lower tracks in the
Simplificación del
canvas.
mantenimiento. Correo
For
electrónico
example,
interno.
this
Trabajo
callout is placed
interno.
on top of the video
Acceso a
track on the
internet. Da
timeline,
confiabilidad.
and therefore is on
Permite la
top of the screen
disponibilidad de
video on the
programas y
canvas.
equipos para cualquiera de la red.
If I drag the video track on top of the
Así como hay
callout on the
ventajas, también
timeline,
tiene sus
the callout
desventajas,
is now
tales
hidden
como los
behind the
costos de
video on the
instalaciones,
canvas.
la administración,
Use the
una
zoom
gran
slider to magnify the view of the timeline.
vulnerabilidad,
This
longitud
is
de
very
canales
helpful when making
limitadas,
precise
el
cuts and
desempeño se
selections,
disminuye a
like
medida
removing
que
ums in
la
your
red
audio.
crece. Si hay un problema
New
en el
media can
canal,
be dragged
usualmente
and
se
dropped on an
degrada toda la
existing
red.
track,
El canal
or a
requiere
new
ser
track is
correctamente
automatically
cerrado.
created when
Las
media is
longitudes
dropped
de
at this
canales
location at the top of the
son
timeline.
limitadas. Si el nodo central
To
falla,
change the
toda la
position
red
of a
se
clip on the
aísla.
timeline, just drag it. To
En
change the
el
duration of a
el
clip,
Internet ha sido
drag the
uno de los
edges in
cambios
either
más
direction.
importantes en los medios de comunicación. Ha
An important
evolucionado
part
la
of the timeline
informática
is
y
the
las
playhead.
comunicaciones, la invención
To
del
view your
Internet,
video,
el
click
telégrafo,
play.
el teléfono, la
Notice how
radio
the
y la
video and the
computadora
timeline's
se han
playhead stay in
evolucionado esta
sync.
integración de funcionalidades
Click
entre
anywhere
sí.
along the timeline and the playhead moves to that point.
La conexión a
To remove a
Internet
portion of your
todas
video,
necesita de
make a
varios
selection
pasos.
with
Para
the
poder
green
conectarse a
in-point
Internet
and
se
red
necesitan
out-point.
varios elementos.
Then, click the
Son
cut
5
button.
los elementos básicos que
If you
necesitan.
don't want
Entre
media
ellos,
cut
los
on a
más
specific
importantes
track,
es
just
tener
click
una
the lock
conexión a
icon.
Internet, un modem que
If you make a
permita
mistake while
manejar
editing,
tus
press
conexiones
Ctrl-Z
y un
on the
navegador
keyboard to
tales como
undo,
Google Chrome, Firefox,
or choose Edit
Internet
Undo.
Explorer, entre otros, que te ayudarán a
Double-click the
buscar la
playhead to
información que
deselect.
necesites.
Next, we'll look at the clip bin in the
Gracias por
library.
escuchar.
The clip bin holds recordings, audio files, images, and title slides being used in the project you're currently working on.
Gracias por escuchar.
The library stores video clips, intros, callouts, title slides, and other media assets you want to use from project to project. It is pre-populated with professional content you can use in your videos. You can download more media from our website by clicking this link. You'll find a lot more music, callouts, and animated titles to use in your projects, and it's all free. Once you find something you like this callout for example, just drag it to a track on the timeline and resize and reposition it as needed. Double-click the callout on the canvas to open the Callouts tab and edit the text, or change any of the text properties like color or size. You can find a number of other callouts to use in your projects by expanding the Shapes menu. You've probably noticed the video zooming in and out at times, for example here when it's zooming into the timeline. To learn more about adding and customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our website. We've talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to explore the others for adding and editing special effects. If they don't all show up as tabs, click on the More tab to explore others, like the speech-to-text capabilities and captions, and the improved quizzing. Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but how do you get content into your video? To make a new screen recording, click the Record the Screen button. If you already have an audio or video recording you'd like to use, click the Import Media button. When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These features are available when hosting your video on TechSmithScreencast.com or the video and player on your own web server. This player provides playback on multiple devices with just one video, whether it's a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Well, it's time for you to try Camtasia Studio for yourself, using the content on the timeline, or better yet, create your own. We have lots of free tutorials on our website, and I recommend you begin with the Getting Started series. Also, the help file inside Camtasia Studio tells you how to use each of the Camtasia Studio features and applications. One last thing, if you ever want to open this Getting Started project again to view or practice with, use this link here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy Camtasia Studio.